What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Ray Chat Podcast, episode number 4, fourth podcast, third sports podcast. We are back talking about a great week of NFL games, joined by my lovely co-host,
What is
Rich.
up? It's Rich. Thank you all for stopping by today. We have it's an interesting week in the NFL, so we have a lot to talk about today. So we're just gonna get into our first segment. You know what it is? It's clip of the week. Let's go. All right. So our first clip here was from the Thursday night game, and Andy Dalton didn't have the best start. Threw a couple picks. He thought this was kind of funny.
Clip is fire, bro.
Yeah, just
that clip is fire, bro.
Flying in the background. He's pissed. He just threw another pick.
Bro, dude, this pick just summarizes like Andy Dalton's like back half of his career.
Yeah,
like, bro,
his whole career, honestly, just.
Yeah, bro, that shit's fire. Whoever like set that joint up on the Prime team, like they did a great job. That shit was fire, bro. Oh,
that's
man.
funny. That's the perfect shot. Just, I don't know. When he was drafted, when he was with Cincinnati, he went to the playoffs, but then he was just known as the best backup QB in the league after that, and he had his chance in Dallas. And
yeah, I was hoping the Saints would do something with him, or like, well, I guess it was Jameis's team who's going to be best backup in the league, and now he's the worst starter in the league. So
yeah, pretty much
kind of where it's going to. But looks like we're gonna start off this week's episode. We're gonna run through slate of games, run through some games that caught our attention, and we'll start off with our Thursday night game. We had the New Orleans Saints versus the Arizona Cardinals, Andy Dalton versus Kyler Murray. But the big story from this game was the return of DeAndre Hopkins, who came back after his 6-week suspension and
put up numbers.
Did DeAndre Hopkins things.
Yeah, 10 receptions on 14 targets, 103 yards. No touchdowns, but he didn't need to score a touchdown. His defense was putting in the work. The run game was putting in work. He just went out and did his thing. He looked great in his first game back. I kind of had I didn't know if he was going to come back in football shape. It's been, 8 weeks. He was coming off a big injury last year. I didn't know if he'd be in football shape, but he definitely proved me wrong with this one.
He played good. I think the ball kind of was just kind of being like, it kind of had to go to him. If you look like the receptions compared to everyone else, is just like
there's no one else.
Even the targets, like
they are missing Hollywood Brown.
He's the only one getting looks. So I think DeAndre Hopkins is going to command this team, which is great if you have him in fantasy because he's going to get the targets. He's going to get probably everything.
Yeah, if you took that risk and drafted him and just stashed him on your bench, there you go.
The Saints, like, not a bad look either, to be honest. Andy Dalton didn't have a great game, but I mean, look, Chris Olave with the 7 receptions, 106 yards, like he is going to be, if they get the quarterback situation figured out, he is going to be probably a top 10 scoring receiver very soon.
Andy Dalton's very reserved. He's he loves his checkdowns, and Winston loves to air it out. I mean, he went 30 touchdowns and 30 picks. The dude loves to throw the ball around, right? So when they get him back, maybe. What I like to point out is just this run game over here. 49 yards from Kamara, and that's it.
Yeah. With the 2 pick sixes, they're kind of forced to throw the ball more.
Yeah, they went down big early, so yeah, they had to abandon it. But I mean, 12 carries, 92 yards from Eno Benjamin over here, and a touchdown, and then and then another rushing touchdown. I mean, we're talking we're saying the Cardinals played well, but they weren't without their struggles. There's many videos of Kyler Murray coming off the sidelines just screaming, "Calm the fuck down. I can't do anything if you don't calm the fuck down." At Cliff Kingsbury, and their season hasn't gone that well. They're only 3-4, so I wonder if there's a little bit of beef there between head coach and quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Cliff Kingsbury. I've not been big on him since even last season. He runs the play calling. Some of the play calling is questionable, and to be honest, I don't really like the Cardinals. Yes, put up 42 points, but I don't think it was really the Cardinals winning. The Saints kind of really lost this game, especially with the 2 pick sixes. Yeah, the fact that it's 42-34 with 2 pick sixes kind of shows off just kind of how not all there the Cardinals are.
Well, if you take out those 2 pick-sixes from the second quarter, it was pretty pedestrian. Only a touchdown in the third and only a touchdown in the fourth. The Saints definitely had a chance to come back and win this, and that would have been crazy, honestly.
I think Cliff Kingsbury, if the Cardinals don't pick up off this and keep winning,
yeah,
I think he's out of a job next season. I
know
so. Like Kyler Murray, you don't. It's a bad look overall. You even see D-Hop trying to like separate him in the middle of that. It's not a good look when your franchise quarterback is yelling at your head coach that you're already on the fringe about. So I think
and they've had troubles with Kyler Murray in the offseason too. He didn't really want to come back, it seemed like. So
yeah.
So I think the problem.
Yeah, I think if you're Cardinals ownership, you're not getting like a Kyler Murray and anytime soon. Like I think Kyler Murray, like as decent as he's played or as good as he's played, is he like the answer for the Cardinals? I think you can win a Super Bowl with him. I think you just need to put.
I don't know if you can win a Super Bowl with him. I don't know. I think you can make runs. I think they can make playoff runs. This team is ready for the playoffs, in my opinion. Good offense. When they get Hollywood Brown back, that offense is going to be scary. The defense has been playing well. JJ Watt has been healthy last couple of weeks, so the team is good. I think it's Cliff that's just kind of running it off a cliff.
Try if for right now, I think Kyler's your answer. I think if you get rid of Cliff and you're still struggling, then maybe you start looking that way. But the play calls have been questionable, and just from people I've been talking to, no one's really high on Cliff Kingsbury.
No, he was like at that tail end of when the NFL was going through getting those young head coaches like Matt LaFleur and Sean McVay. So I think the Cardinals were trying to jump on that bandwagon, and it worked out a little bit, but now maybe he's getting desperate too.
Yeah.
Speaking
of questionable teams and questionable coaches,
let's go.
Look at this shit.
Look at this. Look at this right here. Who thought we would have been here?
HTTR, baby.
Yes, sir.
You already know.
HTTC.
You already know. I guess.
But yeah, this was a game. Tyler Heinicke got his first start of the season, and he did stuff with it. He did not look good at first. I mean, the score was only 14-10 at half, but he started to pick it up, and the team feels like they just played different with Heinicke. Maybe it's the synergy. Maybe they played with him last year, but they had like a little pep in their step, like
as ugly as
swagger.
Like it was. Yeah, it wasn't like a fancy win. It wasn't super crazy. Like 39 QBR, like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But the players just seem like they want to win, and as ugly as the games look, Heinicke just wins games.
He wins.
Like, he can win. He wins you the game. I don't think Carson Wentz wins us this game. I think the sack total is higher. I think. It's just
Heinicke. Just watching him like climb the pocket, get out of pressure, get out the pocket, just extend plays with his legs. Wentz didn't do that. Wentz just hops around the pocket and waits to get hit. Heinicke was moving, and
dude, like I don't know like what our strategy is for the rest of the year. I'm assuming it's to win games, just because I think Ron Rivera is also on the chopping block for coaches, because for a defensive coach, for our defense to be so bad, you're just not really cutting it. So I think that Heinicke, if you want to win games and keep your job, you roll with Heinicke. Granted, you invested in Carson Wentz, so he's probably going to come back and get the starting job. But
at this point, maybe bring him back with one more and see how that goes. But you just saw the Colts invest into Matt Ryan; they just benched him. Why can't we do the same?
I'm okay with Taylor Heinicke being our guy.
Yeah, for the season, he's not the guy. Last year I think kind of proved he's not that guy, but he had flashes. And
dude, like look, the long ball to Terry, bro. Like he's not afraid.
Beautiful, and that too. He took risks, and I don't think Carson Wentz was taking those same risks, because in the back of the head, Carson Wentz knows he's playing for a job, playing for his career. I think he's out there just having fun.
Yeah, like Heinicke, like he's playing to like he's playing for a job, but like he also knows like he's kind of like cemented on the team. Like even like Heinicke will be on our team, like I think for a long time.
Yeah.
If he's a starter or not, but if he wants to be like he had the limelight being a starter, like he's gonna take risks. He's gonna prove to them that look, man, I'm a I'm gonna get this ball and I'm gonna take some risks with it, and we're gonna succeed or burn out or whatever. But he just knows how to win games. And if you told me Taylor Heineke was gonna outthrow Aaron Rodgers in a game of football,
look, I love Aaron Rodgers, one of my favorite quarterbacks ever. He just does not look good. I think that thumb was definitely getting to him. Like, yeah, Heineke did his thing, played well. Heineke didn't play that much better than him, to be honest with you. I think just Aaron Rodgers, a lot of his passes seemed really low, like at the knees, and he has like big, tall receivers. And receivers were just dropping balls. I just think it was not as much as us beating the Green Bay Packers, with the Green Bay Packers beating themselves. And I feel like that's a lot of our wins sometimes. It's like we have to hope that the opponents kind of, with penalties, they had terrible penalties too. They had that pick 6 called back because of a holding penalty. And
they did have some bad penalties.
Yeah.
If you look at the receivers, like it was, I don't know, it was like the ball's being spread around, but like there were some pretty bad drops. There were a lot of receptions, a lot of completions, but just there were definitely some bad drops from some of the guys. Still, like these passes that Rodgers is like getting off, like are passes. Yes, you like most quarterbacks aren't going to be able to make, but if he's able to make that throw and you can get 2 hands on that football, you got to catch it.
Yeah,
because it's just a morale killer if you're dropping these. You're dropping.
Lazard, wide receiver 1, he dropped. I saw a couple 3rd down balls, and he was even in and out with injury too. And that's like, his most trusted. Sammy Watkins was back, of course, from injury, like every year with Sammy Watkins. But you could tell there was, there was no connection. I think there's one play like Sammy Watkins was supposed to block and he went and ran a go route. So there's some communication issues there still. And I don't think that's something you can fix mid-year, honestly.
Yeah, if you're Green Bay, like you need to do something. If you have a chance to make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, and if you can somehow get some, give up some capital and get you a decent receiver or a good receiver, look for a receiver in a bad place. I know everyone talks about OBJ, but you can't rely on
Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy would be a nice little pickup, but you can't wait on Aaron Rodgers right now. You don't know how many years you're getting out of him, and you don't know if like this season ends and he's just like, bro, these guys have no chance. Because at the end of it all, if you're relying on signing someone in the offseason, then sure. But if you don't sign someone in the offseason, you're going back to the draft, and then most of your receivers now are younger, and a couple rookies. So you really can't take a risk right now. It's kind of like you're in that kind of Ram situation where it's like we got to go. All in, like this is it. Like this is our quarterback of the future, or our quarterback of our entire damn decade. 2 decades. Honestly. Is about to be on the way out. So are we gonna just go full rebuild and move him, or are we gonna try and make one last push for the Super Bowl and try and get ourselves a receiver? I don't know who you give up. Aaron Jones is on there. I mean, it would.
AJ, one of these, I think they need to push him.
Back. You gotta. If you can give up AJ Dillon and maybe like some picks to get like one of these star receivers, then I'm definitely all for it. But right now you can't let things sit the way they are because at this rate they're not making the playoffs.
No, that's with the Vikings. They would have to try to play for a wild card. The NFC is a little easier to get into the wild card. So I mean, look, it's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers can, we know what he can do. But like, I don't think you get rid of Aaron Jones here. I think it's his best weapon. But AJ Dillon, definitely, I think you should try to push in a trade. I don't know if you even tried to get receivers. Their O-line has been wishy-washy, like a different starting line every week. Matt LaFleur, I think, is another guy who's on the hot seat, like with Cliff and Ron Rivera that we've talked about. Because he has a team, he has this win now team, and they're just kind of, like you said, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have many years left. Let's try to use those years to our advantage, and they're just kind of wasting this year, which sucks. I think they should have tried to push him in the offseason or just let him go. Don't sign him to that big contract that they did, like that extension.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. They got to do something there. But we've been talking a lot about quarterbacks that have been struggling, coaches that have been struggling. Let's talk about a quarterback who is not struggling. Let's talk about a good quarterback.
Maybe one of the best quarterbacks in the league at the moment.
Yeah, let's talk about that boy Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jimmy G. Wait, hold up, what?
Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking right. This game, so yes, I guess the big story of this game is Christian McCaffrey.
The trade,
getting traded to the 49ers. Surprised they had packages for him. Man only practiced like a day, and they already had some plays for him.
I think the trade was Thursday, and he didn't get the playbook till like Friday. So he only had a couple of days, and
the 49ers, they'll be on the up.
Oh, definitely. They've always had like they love running their offense through their running back. So, McCaffrey, Jeff Wilson, and Debo, honestly, they can keep defenses guessing on what they're gonna do each week. Actually, I had him in fantasy. I benched him because I was scared, and I wish I didn't. But I'd love to see McCaffrey in that offense and see what he can do. Definitely will help Jimmy G. But the story of this game is with Mahomes. Mahomes popped off. Mahomes just did what Mahomes does.
Like this San Francisco defense, people were putting the 49ers in. They were saying they were Super Bowl contenders with like how good the defense
just
was.
Of that
and
defense.
I'm like, and Mahomes just went in and
Mahomes is a Super Bowl winner. Super Bowl winner. He put up over 400.
400 yards. Big story of this game. Juju Smith-Schuster starting to look more comfortable with Mahomes. 7 receptions, 124 yards. Valdez-Scantling only 3 receptions, but 111 yards.
Kelsey was almost 100 too.
Almost 100 yards. Like he had almost 100 yards to 3 different receivers.
That's crazy.
Like nuts. The ball's being spread around.
Yeah.
Everyone's eating, and with Mahomes at the helm, I think only the Buffalo Bills are the only thing that's going to keep the Chiefs out of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think we've said this before. I think this is the new Tom Brady, Peyton Manning kind of matchup. The two best teams in the same conference.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go through each other.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing is their run game is very lackluster. 43 from Pacheco and only 32 from Edwards-Helaire.
Hilaire's kind of taking a back seat in this team.
Yeah, I know. I've heard good things from Pacheco, like in the preseason and stuff, but still, I just don't think you need the run game. Teams like the Bills, if you're not going to be able to run on them, you're just going to pass. They're going to get pressure on Mahomes, and I think that's how you can beat him.
Definitely, I think Kansas City wins like this are definitely good pats on the back. Great wins, but every game's important because I think at the end of the day, you're playing for that home field advantage. Because assuming you're going to play Buffalo at the end of the season, the AFC Conference Championship. You want home field advantage.
Yeah, you don't want to be playing in Buffalo and
it's scary. Like while it's comfortable and nice to know you're probably going to make the playoffs, it's also scary knowing that there's a final boss out there that you want home field advantage against.
Mm-hmm.
So every game's important. You can't afford to let off the gas, which they didn't here.
No, obviously not. Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful.
Mm-hmm.
But with the way Mahomes is playing right now, Buffalo might be the only team in the entire NFL that can stop the Chiefs right now.
I think I'm going to agree with that. I think there's some teams. Maybe the Ravens can put up a fight against them. Maybe the Bengals can put up a fight against them. But off the top of my head, I think the Bills and the Chiefs are 1 and 2. They can both change week to week. But yeah, I think that's it. Jimmy G didn't have that bad of a game. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Played decent, got sacked 5 times.
Yeah,
which kind of hurt.
Yeah, that's actually big.
Yeah. Garoppolo being on the hot seat already, I don't know what you're doing with that. If George Kittle had a good game, Brandon Ayuk good game. The ball's being spread around, people are getting yards, but you got to win your games. You're not putting up enough points.
Yeah.
Against, and if your defense is gonna give up 44 points, then you gotta if you're stuck in games where you got to match firepower, you gotta.
I don't know if Jimmy G's that guy to match firepower. I think.
Oh, definitely not.
Their defense definitely had to slow this game down, and they have the defense to do that, but they didn't show up this game. The defense definitely needs to slow down the offense and let Jimmy G kind of do his thing. It's kind of methodical offense, kind of a grindy offense. So if your defense letting the other team put up 44, they'd never had a chance in this game.
Not at all.
And all right.
So yeah, I think it's pretty much it with that game.
So we're gonna run into some a little bit of rapid fire. I'm gonna throw up a game, and we're just gonna talk about one big headline from that game. The first game up, Lions and Cowboys. So the big headline here was Dak Prescott, first game back from his week 1 injury with his thumb. He threw 207 yards and only 1 touchdown and was sacked twice.
I think Dak played okay for coming back off the injury. Good completion percentage. Wasn't too bad. Dallas defense does what the Dallas defense does. So, and him coming back against Detroit just made a lot more sense than him coming back against the Eagles.
No, it's a lot more cushion game.
Yeah, you don't want to put him in a risky game. Don't want to put him a lot of pressure. This was definitely the game to come back. Just ease him into it. Kind of like, it sucks to call Detroit a practice run, but that's just kind of what they are.
Yeah, for sure.
At this point. So, he took a couple sacks. So, he still, got up from those, a little healthy. If Dak gets back in, to that playing form where he can, sling the ball, get it to his, talented receivers, then the Dallas Cowboys will be okay. Because, on the back of that defense, they can definitely make some wins here. But Dak, coming back, I think is what Dallas needed. And I think that they're going to be in a great spot moving forward if he continues or elevates his play from here.
Yeah. I would like this. This Detroit defense is pretty bad. And I thought Prescott was going to come out and just have a day, just light it up. Only 207 yards, only 1 touchdown. It's not the best. It's pretty mediocre. But I think they wanted him to go out there and just play. They didn't want him to do too much. That defense, like we've talked about this whole year so far, this defense is good. 2 picks. We got 2 fumble recoveries. 3 fumble recoveries. So yeah, they're playing really well. I don't know if you saw this one video. It was Noah Brown catching a pass, and he literally gets hit and does a full 360 midair, and lands and he fumbles the ball like in the red zone. Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds wild.
Dude almost landed on his head, like straight up and down. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
We're good on that. I mean, just perfect game to come back for Dak. Detroit Lions are playing like a high school football team, so we're not worried. It's a game you're not stressed about.
No. Like you said, perfect game for him to come back to. All right. Next big headline: the Colts. The Colts are 3-1, and after this game, they have officially benched Matt Ryan for the rest of the season. It looks like. What do you think about that?
Dude, like Matt Ryan, I don't know who the fuck in Indianapolis said that Matt Ryan was the fucking answer for Carson Wentz, because you're literally trading it's like you're trading like mid for mid. Like you're not getting Matt Ryan, like no offense, but after that Super Bowl where they choked that lead, has never been the same. He's never looked the same.
Nope.
He's not the guy. Like he's not him. He's get him on a team. Like, if you want to keep him on a team to bring up young talent or bring up a young future starter, that's cool. Give him that veteran leadership, but
they have pieces, bro. They have pieces, but they're just trying to chase. They're trying to be like the Rams. Let's go out and get a veteran quarterback that has won games in the past, and let's do that. And the Rams were successful with getting Stafford, and then they're like, let's do the same. Let's go out and get Matt Ryan. He's gone to the Super Bowl. He's a veteran quarterback. He's put up numbers. Not anymore. It's just if it wasn't for the Rams and Stafford, I think we talked about this earlier in the week. If the Rams didn't win the Super Bowl, I don't know if they would have made this move, because it's like maybe we don't go out and get that veteran quarterback. Maybe they would have kept Wentz for another year. Because Wentz choked, but he put him in a position to go to the playoffs. Matt Ryan has not put him in that position. Okay.
Matt Stafford is not Matt Ryan. Like Stafford, he's not having a great season either. But Matt Ryan, like,
they had a good offense there for him.
That's true. Matt Ryan, there was hope for him to come into this offense and make some stuff happen, because the Falcons didn't really have much around him. At the end of it all, you have Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman. Like, this team's supposed to be great. It just didn't transition.
Great defense too.
Maybe the whole fuck Matt Ryan stuff was a little OC, but like. He's just not little much. He has a little hard on him, but great. Great guy. He's a great guy.
I would give it to him. Like the few games I have seen, his O-line has been playing really bad. His defense has been very lackluster. So he's been putting him into these weird situations. This game's only 19-10. That's a winnable game. They didn't score a single point in the whole first half.
Yeah, like it's you got to do better than that. Yeah. A little thing about the Titans, Derrick Henry is a freak of nature.
Oh, like, yeah, he's him. That's him.
Like yards per carry, yes, 30 for 128 is not the greatest yards per carry, but the usage on a running back this stage in his career is insane. Like you're not seeing running backs, especially coming off an injury last year. Dude, you're not seeing running backs.
He's a specimen. He's a freak of nature. I mean, 30 carry, like you said, 30 for 128 isn't the best, but dude, trying to tackle Derrick Henry 30 times, you know? It's going to get taxing. That is tiring on that defense. Yeah, you're just running full speed at you.
I just had to give Derrick Henry those props. And Ryan Tannehill also sucks at football too. Those are my takes.
Hey, he just gets the job done. He's just he
can lick nuts. He can lick fucking nuts.
When your offense is just passing, just handing it off to Derrick Henry every time. Well, you don't have to be the best.
I get it. Derrick Henry ran more than he had to throw. Like
no, that's good. That's what they want from him. Like you don't want like a Mahomes. You don't want a Josh Allen in this offense because you're gonna be spending too much money for a person just to hand the ball off. You know, you need a mid quarterback for this offense.
You know, Tennessee's 4-2. Mike Vrabel. You know, I think highly of him as a coach as well.
Yes, I think he's a great coach. Actually,
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Ryan Tannehill hater.
Look at this receiving. Look at this
receiving. Maybe I'm just a Ryan Tannehill hater. But oh man, if they stop winning games, like I almost hope they start losing just so Malik Willis gets a chance because I was never a Ryan Tannehill guy. Like even when he first started getting there, like when he won those games, he played himself into a great contract.
No, for sure.
But
and like
that's about it.
Derrick Henry is just getting him paid, honestly.
Yeah, like if you like a note on it's just if you don't have a quarterback you can trust to throw the ball, you're not going to be able to run Derrick Henry 30 times every week. He's gonna hurt himself again, and you're relying on him. And you know, as invincible that guy is, like just history shows, like usage on running backs. As they get older, is going to get a lot harder for them to stay healthy.
Oh, for sure.
And you have a talent, an all-world talent like Derrick Henry. Yeah, I would want to have a quarterback that I could rely on just a little bit more to make it.
For sure. And I think that last year proved. I think when they were in the playoffs against the Bengals last year, I want to say, game on the line, Tannehill just threw a pick. They didn't have Derrick Henry, and it was all up to him. And I think it shows that Tannehill won't win you a game or win you the big games by himself. But I think Henry's been a good complement to that team. And
we're talking about quarterbacks that are struggling, Matt Ryan and Ryan Tannehill. I didn't think I was going to be able to put
Thomas Brady
in this category.
No, I didn't think so either.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the game of the week that fucked up all your parlays.
Dude, 1,000%.
That fucked up all your money line parlays. Because the XFL MVP, PJ fucking Walker, threw more touchdowns than Tom Brady. Do you know how disrespectful this is? You know how insane this is? You know Tom Brady broke a record. I think this is most pass attempts without a touchdown.
Really? 49 attempts.
Sure 49 attempts, no touchdowns. Do you know how disrespectfully bad that is? Like, what happened?
I don't know, dude. How they just and only a field goal to show. Like okay, if you're gonna throw 49 times and with no touchdowns, at least get field goals, dude. Hold on, like did he miss some?
Like there was I don't know, man. Like Mike Evans,
Mike Evans, 1 for 1. He was just 1 for 1.
Bro, you have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Like Mike Evans, I think is like one of the best receivers in the league, even still. Chris Godwin also is one of the better number 2s in the league. Are probably a number 1 on other teams, but I mean, honestly, him and Evans can like go back and forth as a number 1 option. Any given
it's week. A good duo. It's a great duo.
Tom Brady is the GOAT. He deserves all our respect. He deserves all our praise.
Yeah.
This was just not a good game.
It's not this week.
Honestly, even if it was just this one game, I'd understand, what's Tom Brady will come back, whatever. But it's been a awkward season.
He lost to the Steelers the week before. That team is also garbage. He lost to them. Yeah, dude. I saw there's one play where Evans wide open down the field. Brady throws a dime to him and he just drops it.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
He just dropped he had 96 yards receiving. That's pretty good, but yeah,
I feel like I'm not angry at the way the Bucks played. Like I'm angry at the way they played. I'm just more mad that the fucking Panthers beat them.
Yeah,
like I'm just more mad. That, I mean, if you look at the running games, like you're not putting this all on Brady. Like the running game was pedestrian.
Oh yeah. Fournette only 19, and then on the other side, they're doing well without CMC. Yeah. They're living life.
Foreman with 118. Hubbard, I think, got hurt in this game.
He did.
So he did step away. DJ Moore got a touchdown. DJ Moore might have saved himself on my fantasy team. So like it's, I don't know, man. The Panthers, I think this is an anomaly game for the Panthers. I don't see them winning too much more than this. Yeah. I think the Buccaneers will turn it around. I just hope it's not too late because it's going to be hard, man. Like you're dealing with Brady in possibly his last year or last 2 years in football. I don't know. I
think it's his last year. I think it's his last year. I think his personal life, I don't know. Maybe it's just timing. But when the divorce got announced, he loses 2 really bad games back to back. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Great timing.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got some personal stuff going on with him. I hope that's like not like getting to him like too bad. But it's, I don't know. I mean, it is new. I think Bruce Arians retired last year, right? So it's the new head coach too.
Yeah. But I mean, it's somebody who's been with the team.
Yeah. But I mean, even still, you never know what can happen there. I don't know, man. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a lot to work on.
No, for sure.
Because if I'm Tom Brady, I'm having dreams about PJ Walker right now.
Yeah.
That is fucked.
What do you think they need to do? You think what do they change?
Play better. I don't think you change. I don't think you change anything.
Exactly. There's nothing.
You can't change anything.
That team is good as is.
You have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. You just got to play better.
You have Leonard Fournette. You have Tom Brady. I know his O-line hasn't been playing good, but
dude, the defense. Look, 21 points sounds like a lot, but that's like pretty low for league average.
Yeah,
that's pretty. That's
only one touchdown a quarter.
You know what? It's reasonable if it wasn't the fucking Panthers.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the fucking Panthers, that'd be reasonable. Like, if it was, 21 points like the Chiefs, oh, man, great defense. Good job. The fucking Panthers, bro, that should have been like, the score should be flipped.
No, 100% should have. With the defense that Tampa Bay has and that the offensive firepower, 100% should have been flipped. I think a lot of this, too, was the Tampa Bay defense was just not living up to the hype, to what they could be doing. And I mean, letting up over, almost 200 yards rushing between 2 people, it could have been more too if Hubbard didn't get hurt. That's not good. That's not good at all. So that's something they need to address right there. I mean, you're letting a quarterback with 177 yards beat you, and you're putting up 290.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So
we'll see what they do from here. Hopefully, it gets better for them. We'll see.
So from 2 struggling teams to a team that we are surprised that is not struggling.
What the fuck is happening, bro?
The New York Giants are 6-1 after beating the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Dude, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are or what you try to tell me. You did not have the Giants at 6-1 this year.
No, not at all.
I love Saquon Barkley, but 6-1 is an anomaly. This is not supposed to happen. Daniel Jones almost outran Saquon this game.
You want to talk about anomaly? 11 carries, 107 yards. Excuse me.
That's my QB1. That's my QB1 in one of my other leagues. That's my QB1 now.
107 yards on 11 carries from your quarterback, from Daniel.
He's him.
Daniel Jones. Oh my God, bro. That is actually crazy. He's more rushing yards than some of the teams we've been covering today.
Combined. Yeah, I think Daniel Jones. Look, the Giants are gonna have the back half of the season, like before we get to the playoffs. If they still do stuff for the playoffs, or leading up to the playoffs, then maybe they'll make me believers. I think they said something about like like it's something. I don't know.
First off, let's look at these. Okay, the Titans, mid-team. Panthers, mid-team. They lost to the Cowboys, expected. Bears, mid-team. But then the Packers and the Ravens, those were 2 good wins. And then the Jaguars. The Jaguars are kind of mid too.
Dude, those like
these last 3 games, those were good. But
you gotta think. I'm expecting I would have thought they would have lost to the Titans. Like there are games that I'm expecting them to lose.
They should have. They only won by a missed field goal from the Titans on that game.
That's true. That is true.
They didn't do all the work there.
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the season goes for the Giants. I'm starting to become a believer, man. If Daniel Jones can limit turnovers,
no interceptions, no
interceptions. He doesn't have to throw too much if Saquon's playing well.
Yeah.
The only time you're gonna have to really worry about it is when the box gets stacked and they're really game planning Saquon, and you got to beat them with Daniel Jones and those receivers. They're banged up at receiver. I think Wan'Dale, my boy Wan'Dale Robinson. Looking solid.
Yeah.
They're saying he's on the upcome for receivers for the Giants just because they're so just hurt at receiver. Hey, if Odell want to go back to Big Blue,
they
might do something too.
They might. They
might do something too.
I've heard rumors of Jerry Jeudy. I've been hearing some Jerry Jeudy rumors.
That's a great rumor to have.
Yeah, no, definitely. So one thing this year that's been different for how long has Daniel Jones been in the league? Like 4 years at this point.
Yeah.
One thing that's different is pretty big. He has Saquon for the whole year so far. I can't remember a year where Saquon has played this many consecutive games in a row. And I think it's been really great for him. I think it's like you said, it takes off a lot of pressure off him. He doesn't have to go out and throw 49 times. He doesn't have to go out and throw and put the game on his back. He has someone to rely upon.
Yeah, as questionable as Daniel Jones has been, I think part of it is, you can't the receiving core was never hasn't really ever been a great receiving core. And Saquon being hurt, you're putting all the pressure on a young quarterback who, he's shown signs that he can throw the football. I've seen him throw some dots.
Oh, no, he has his moments. He definitely has his moments. I think his decision making is a little off for him, but he has his moments. But it's also he's playing Jacksonville. They're 2-5. Trevor Lawrence 310 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Never got sacked. Actually, his O-line has been kind of nice this year. Etienne, I think it's his first game in a workhorse role, and he did pretty well with it. 114 yards on the ground with a touchdown, and I think he got a 1 reception for 5 yards. So,
we've been seeing Etienne over the past couple weeks increase his workload and increase that lead back role over James Robinson to the point where James Robinson's not even on the team anymore. So that's kind of where that came from. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I don't know where they are. They're kind of in limbo.
Yeah, they have a team, but Christian Kirk, he didn't play well in the beginning of the game, and then towards the end he started to get these receptions and these yards, but it just this receiving core, it just doesn't look right. I mean, same with the New York though. They don't really have receivers like that. They kind of relied on their defense and their rushing game.
But look, Etienne's the guy in Jacksonville. I think he's going to be really good. I think the team, if he starts producing, this team might see a turnaround. But let's talk about why Travis Etienne is not. Is the guy in Jacksonville and why James Robinson is not in Jacksonville anymore. And it's this game right here. Jets, Denver. The Jets winning 5-2. Surprisingly scary. Big story from this game was the tragic loss of Breece Hall for the season. Tore his ACL and I think hurt some parts of his meniscus as well. Out for the season. Injury, that's a stinger, man. He did 4 carries, 72 yards. He had that 62-yard tutty early in the game. The man, dude, he was on a pace. Probably offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
he was on the way for it.
I think And I wish a speedy recovery for him. I mean, as a rookie, your first year, and you get this, it's a huge injury, especially as a running back. ACL tears are nothing to play with unless you're AP and you come back and win an MVP the next year. That's a different story. But he was on track to have a monster game, not even just like rookie of the year, but just a game. 72 yards off 4 carries against this Denver defense. And if you watched our episodes in the past, you know we love this Denver defense. So just to do that. It's sad. But like you said, they went out and they got James Robinson, who's proved himself as a good running back. What happened to Michael Carter?
That's got to be a middle finger to Michael Carter, bro. Like
right?
Like Breece Hall gets hurt, he's probably like, "Oh man, that sucks." But like now, I'm gonna carry this workload, and the team got James Robinson within like 48 hours, like
with the quickness, dude.
Like. It's kind of wild. I think it was necessary though. I don't think Michael Carter is like a 3-down back. I don't think you're going to run a game through him. So I think James Robinson will be a good turnaround for the New York Jets and keep the running game alive because I don't think I can trust Zach Wilson to throw 30 plus times a game.
No. I mean, he only threw 16 for 26 for 121 yards, sacked 3 times. No touchdowns, no interceptions though. The receivers did not play too well. I mean, Michael Carter was your best receiver, 45 yards. 4 receptions. But, again, he hasn't had to throw it often. This running game has been great with Breece Hall. Michael Carter even in the mix. So I want to see how James Robinson comes in. Hopefully he can help out. But it's not just the offense. That defense has been playing really fucking well, man. Sauce Gardner, defensive rookie of the year, maybe.
Probably. Either him or that guy in Seattle.
But I don't know, man. I know people were kind of iffy on him because he came from a smaller school, but he's been putting in work, man. I know they got a couple injuries though. I think their O-line took some hits. I think their D-line took a hit too.
I don't know. Denver, started with a backup quarterback. Played okay. Did about what we expected. Russell Wilson should be coming back next week. He's one of the rest of this game. Yeah. So hopefully he comes back and plays better than he has been. But until Denver gets consistency at quarterback, I don't know what we're gonna.
Yeah, this team might be a little chalk in that run game. Losing what's his name? Losing their running back. I can't remember his name on the top of my head. Earlier in the season, Javonte Williams. I think that kind of hurt. I think they haven't been able to find their stride. They went with Melvin Gordon this game, but the game before they benched him for Murray, so I don't know what they're doing. And then Jerry Jeudy had some yards, but Courtland Sutton is not getting involved. I mean, that's on right being right there. So they're just kind of having a carousel at quarterback right now. I don't know what that team does.
Yeah, we'll see where they go from here.
Yep.
Let's look forward. Let's look forward now. We're gonna look forward to next week. We have the slate of games we're gonna go through real quick, and we're gonna say who we think's gonna win, and potentially I guess who you should be looking at in your fantasy lineups this week.
Yep.
Play from these games if you have them available to you. So we're gonna get started Thursday night Prime Video, 8:15. We have the Baltimore Ravens going to Tampa Bay to take on Tom Brady and these Bucks. Who do you have winning this game? I
don't know, man. The Bucks have been playing bad. Ravens got Gus Edwards back. He had a game last week, but you know my opinion on Lamar. I think he chokes in the big games and close games. I think Tom Brady's gonna get right. I think it's a get right game for Tom Brady. I have Bucks in this one.
I'm gonna take Tampa Bay too. I think you game plan this the game plan is pretty well. I do think you start Lamar though. He's gonna have to have a lot of usage this game. To play against him, I think you start Mike Evans this game.
Yep.
Just because I think he also is gonna need a lot of usage for the Bucks on their end. But yeah, I would probably say with the Ravens, Mark Andrews obviously. I mean, honestly, it might be a hard defense to start. Mark Andrews is a must start every week, but I think if you have Lamar,
I think same with Lamar too. And kind of Mike Evans. I think those three are kind of almost must starts every week. No matter what.
So you should have them in your lineups already. But if you are questioning it, have him in there.
Right.
Broncos, Jaguars. Who even gives a fuck about this game?
It's in London. It's in London. I feel like Jaguars are always playing London every year for some reason.
Yeah, because we're trying to make him stay there. We don't want him in the NFL
anymore. This game is a trap game. I recommend sleeping in. That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah. Nope.
I have Christian Kirk on a team. I'm actually up in the air if I want to start him because the Broncos defense.
I'm not starting Christian Kirk against that defense.
Yeah. I think maybe Russell Wilson gets right this game. His first game back from injury, and I'll take Broncos in this one.
I'm gonna go Broncos. I'm starting Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy.
And it's snooze fest. I think I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm assuming you don't have both Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. I think they're both. Sutton's probably a wide receiver 2. Judy's like a high end low wide receiver 2, high flex candidate.
Yeah,
I'd start those guys. Panthers Falcons. Also kind of who gives a fuck about this game.
Yeah,
but it's something.
Panther, you think PJ Walker got the magic?
No, once Atlanta
by 30.
We are starting Atlanta. We are playing Atlanta. Atlanta's gonna win this game. If the Panthers. All right, look, it's possible to go either way. Honestly, I don't dislike PJ Walker. I think just the meme.
You hating on him, bro. You hating on him hard.
Look. XFL MVP. How's that hate? I'm giving him his. That's his credit.
You're giving them backhanded compliments.
That's a compliment. That is a compliment.
Yeah. Then you slapped him by saying you shouldn't start.
And you just beat Tom Brady. Come on.
I guess.
But look, I think that last week was an anomaly. I think we go back to normal. Falcons win this game.
Yep.
If you're starting someone from this game, maybe one of the Panthers running backs. If you're like in a deeper league,
Kyle Pitts, some no-name tight end for the Bucks, kind of put up some yards on Panthers. So maybe Kyle Pitts has a game.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. It's just
Let's get past this crap.
Yeah.
Let's go.
More
Bears
crap.
Cowboys.
It's just it's not a question. Cowboys.
Dallas. I'm not starting any Bears players. I'm starting CeeDee Lamb. I'm starting Zeke. I'm starting Pollard. I'm starting Dak.
I'm starting their defense. The Cowboys.
Starting their defense. Cowboys defense. Yeah, there's not really. There's not much we need.
It's in Arlington. This game is gonna be over by halftime.
Yeah. Dolphins Lions. I don't know why the spread is -3.5. I feel like it should be higher.
Is it at home for the Lions? It is at home for the Lions.
I think the Dolphins win this. I know, like, Amon St. Brown is talented. I don't know. I think he's still questionable this week. I don't even know if he's playing.
I don't think he has a concussion, but I think he's still in protocol just for the formalities. Thanks to the Dolphins.
Yeah, he's probably not going to play. So the Dolphins are going to win this game. Raheem Mostert, Tua, both receivers, Tyreek.
Yeah, I think the Lions secondary is not going to be able to catch up with Waddle and Tyreek. So
yeah,
I think it's going to
take the -3.5 spread.
Yeah. Cardinals Vikings, kind of our first close game.
Oh yeah, I think this game's gonna be close. I think it'll be good. I think the Cardinals are on the downtrend though, just with Cliff as their coach. I think he's done this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say Vikings. I think it's gonna be a harder game for Jettas, just because I know they're gonna game plan for him and they have a talented like Budda Baker back there and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a harder game. Dalvin Cook might break free. Adam Thielen might see some exposure the way they game plan against Jettas. But I'm taking the Vikings.
I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. We saw Cardinals, put up 42 against the Saints, and the Saints defense isn't that bad. And they got 34 put up on them against the Saints. So, and the Saints offense isn't as good as the Vikings. So I can see this being a really high scoring game. Honestly, I think the over under on 49. I think you take the over and. Yeah, I think you start every wide receiver. I think and quarterback. I think Kirk can have a game too.
Yep. Let's move on. Raiders Saints.
Oof.
Oof.
I'll take Raiders in this one. It's kind of hard not to take Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. Hopefully Darren Waller comes back. I know he's been injured with his hamstring.
This is a weird game. I'm gonna take the Raiders. I'm gonna take the Raiders also. Damn man, this game is rough.
This is a rough game.
It's almost bad that I think Andy Dalton's gonna outplay Derek Carr. I think he could. He could.
Yeah.
Derek Carr has not convinced me at all that he has.
No, and it's sad because he has the tools. He has the tools to win games, but it's just
he has the tools. He has like the personal tool, just the personal intangibles to win these games.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna say Raiders.
Yeah.
I think that. Yeah, I'm gonna say Raiders.
Josh Jacobs had a game last week. You see the video, you see Devontae Adams, he's like coming off the sideline after the game and he's like telling people to move so he doesn't push another cameraman.
Yeah, I did see that. He's
like sneaking past them.
Yeah, I think we go Raiders on this one. Patriots, Jets, it's gonna be a very low scoring game, I think.
Yeah, I think you take the under on this 40. Patriots got blown out by the Bears.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the Patriots win this. I think James Robinson's coming in. I don't think the running game's going to be all there, and that's kind of what they need. And the Patriots defense is just going to, they're going to game plan for Zach Wilson, and they're going to make Zach Wilson win the game, and Zach Wilson's not going to win the game.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Jets. I think that Patriots team is not good. Bill Belichick, I thought he was going to do something against the Bears. I thought he was going to shut down that offense, but didn't. So I think the Jets, Robinson has some time to get, acclimate into that offense and learn the playbook. So I think he will have some good time. Michael Carter isn't a bad running back too. He was doing well last year. So I think he can also get that job done. I think the Jets take this one. I think quarterback play in New England hasn't been good enough.
I see that. Let's go Steelers, Eagles.
7-0. 7-0. Eagles are going 7-0.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Start Eagles players.
Bench Steelers player.
Titans. This game's ugly too. Titans and the Texans.
Derrick Henry's running all over this team.
Yeah, I think Derrick Henry absolutely murders the Texans. I hope Dameon Pierce can kind of like even it up a little bit, but I don't see that.
I think he's going to be rendered useless. I think Titans are going to get up big. I don't know. The Texans have been surprising me. They haven't been as bad as I thought they were going to be. They've been a little more competitive, but I think Derrick Henry is just going to run.
Yeah, I think Derrick Henry violates. All right, now this is America's game of the week. Commanders and the Colts.
Battle of the backup quarterbacks.
Are we going to be 4-4?
I'm taking us, bro. If Heineke is my quarterback, I'm taking us.
We believe in Taylor Heineke, bro.
Yes.
I'm going with Taylor Heineke, but we're starting Jonathan Taylor,
though. Yeah. Also, maybe look at those Colts receivers as well.
I think this game is going to be like an ugly game, like all our games are.
Chase Young getting ready too.
Is he gonna play?
He said he has no pain in his knee anymore. He's been working out. I don't know if he's gonna play. If not this week, I think next. So
okay, well that's something good to look forward to.
We're gonna get him back soon.
I'm gonna take the Commanders too.
Yep.
Games like this, I feel like I'm almost like
I'm taking the under on the 39.5, but
I'm taking Commanders to win.
Yeah, I'm taking Commanders on this one.
49ers Rams.
Now this is the actual game of the week. This is game of the week right here.
Yeah, actual game of the week. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think
Rams. I'm gonna go with the 49ers. I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just don't think. The Rams are coming off a bye week, so hopefully they're able to sort some things out. But they didn't look good going into that bye week. The 49ers, they just got 44 put on them by Patrick Mahomes. But with CMC now a week in, he's going to learn that offense. He's going to be integrated better. This is a rivalry. This is a great rivalry in the NFL, and they always play well, no matter how good or bad the teams are. They always play to each other's levels. So, I think the 49ers defense wins this game for them.
I just think the Rams. The Rams, I think, have been hindered by just Matt Stafford not playing his best football. Defense is also a little shaky.
Yeah.
I think most of the Super Bowl team is kind of intact, though, and I think they just get better this week. So I think I'll believe in the Rams. Well, if they lose this week, then maybe the questions start popping up, and maybe people's fingers start getting pointed.
This is gonna be high scoring, so take that over.
Giants Seahawks. This is oh my god, trap game and a half. You know what? I think the New York Football Giants go 7-1.
All right, all my Giants fans out there, I know there's a few of you that are listening right now. If you could beat the Seahawks, I am 100% on board. I am taking the Seahawks this game. I know DK is kind of hurt. Hopefully he can come back. But if you can go 7-1, I'm jumping on that Giants bandwagon. I don't know. Maybe I'm wearing a Giants shirt next week. Maybe.
I'm already on the bandwagon. So, mark it here, Giants. I believe in y'all. 7-1. Go blue. Go big blue.
I'll see it I'll believe it when I see it.
Packers, Bills.
Bills by
I think the Bills. Yeah, I think the Bills cock slap them.
Yeah.
I think the 11.5 might not be a great line to bet. I think it's going to be a little closer just because Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
But the Bills are going to win this game.
Yeah, I think Bills coming off their bye. It's in Buffalo. It's
in Buffalo. Yeah, if it was in Lambeau, maybe, but no, the Bills.
Yeah, I think we'll see how his thumb, Aaron Rodgers' thumb is. Maybe Jordan Love plays. I think they might need to give him a week, but I don't think they have a week to give.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be a good game. That's Sunday night game.
Let's see. Bengals, Browns.
Bengals.
Bengals. Bengals.
Bro, Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty.
Yeah, I think start Nick Chubb for the Browns, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's starting to black out, play some great football.
I think that O-line is starting to play better. They're starting to synergize a lot better, and it's showing. That team is taking that step up above now.
Can we do a quick time check?
55.
Okay. Let's go into fantasy football.
Yeah, so let's take a look into the Loner League and for week 7. We're gonna start off with yours truly winning his 3rd game in a row against Lock It In. My boy Gino, my boy Aaron Jones. First game he's really popped off since being on my team. I started Kenyon Drake. I thought he had a good game the week before. I didn't know Gus Edwards was going to come and be that guy. I fucked up, and I still won. Who else? Travis Kelce, Christian Kirk had a kind of a good game. But Chris's team didn't really play well. I'm not going to lie. Deontay Johnson, Leonard Fournette, Kyle Pitts, Zach Ertz, this defense didn't really. He had Stephon Diggs on bye, and I was happy about that.
Yeah, I think I was expecting you to win this game.
I was a little scared. I was a little scared.
Definitely a little worried. I think Diggs on bye just kind of made it,
when Kenyon,
a little easier.
When Kenyon Drake would only put up 0.5, I was a little nervous. It was
definitely possible for him to win, but I was expecting to win.
I had McCaffrey on my bench, but now he's going to be in that starter role. Ryan Robinson is starting to play a lot better. So I'm happy with my team. I'm currently 2nd in my division at 5-2, tied with somebody also 5-2. So the Loner League's starting to heat up a little bit. Let's go to your game. Let's talk about your team for a second.
All right. So look, I lost this week. I was expecting to lose this week. There's not really much else. I don't know what to tell you. When Justin Jefferson, Dallas Goedert, and fucking Jalen Hurts are all on bye week, not really expecting to win my game. Granted, Juju Smith-Schuster surprised me very well. I traded for him earlier in the week. How
did you get him? Oh, and it's because you traded for him. You traded Brandon Ayuk to lock it in, who I just played.
Brandon Ayuk had a solid game too. He had like 80-some yards.
He did.
Juju got me the tutty. My thought process was, you get a number 1 receiver getting passes from Patrick Mahomes, or number 1 receiver getting passes from Jimmy Garoppolo. So I'm gonna take the Mahomes guy. So that's why I made the trade.
He's number 2. But
Juju?
No.
Ayuk. I was expecting.
That was a great pickup, I think, for you in that trade against Juju.
Another trade I made this week was I sent Kenneth Walker and Mike Williams, Mike Williams, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire to Steven and Dream Corp for Breece Hall and T. Higgins.
Yeah. So
on paper, great trade for me.
All right, I'm gonna let you know from the outside looking in. The team, the league was furious about this trade. Not a lot of people wanted to let this trade go through. We thought that you were kind of fleecing Stevie a little bit here, getting Breece Hall, because Breece Hall was putting in work. But with injuries, Breece Hall is out for the season. Mike Williams is out for an extended amount of time. So Stevie came up big. Kenneth Walker, who once again had a big game. Clyde's Edward-Helaire, which is And then Mike Williams, he'll be getting him back. You just got T. Higgins.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
I got fucked over. Like, I totally got fucked over. And thank God Etienne is now the guy in Jacksonville. So
and you have Mostert too here.
Yeah, Mostert, who's probably going to have a big game this week. So Breece Hall getting hurt kind of like launch padded Etienne into a starter role for my team.
Mm-hmm.
I get Jefferson back this week. My team is still, I think, one of the better teams in the league. I was expecting to lose this week.
At 3 and 4, at 3 and 4, you think you're one of the best at 3 and 4.
I think I'm one.
There's three teams at 5 and 2.
Watch. Just watch. Don't worry. Just trust the process.
Hey, it's week 8. It's week 8.
Don't worry.
It's time to speed up the process.
I don't need a first round bye. I don't need a bye. I just need to get it.
That's what I'm saying. I always say in fantasy, you don't need to be first. You just gotta be top 6.
Yeah, look.
Everything changes in
had some. Look. Think about it like this. I lost this week bye weeks. I lost to Brian. Put up 200 points on me. I have an argument to be 5 and 2.
Yeah.
But, I guess
I have an argument to be undefeated. So,
hey man, look, and you know this motherfucker Flash. Flash. I know you're gonna be watching this later. This motherfucker texts me after like Breece scores that big touchdown. And I think I'm like winning a little bit. He texts me. He's like, "Yeah, GG's this week, bro. That trade was really unfair and shit, but it is what it is." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the fuck? Hell nah. You sent me the Juju, and look what fucking happened. Juju popped off, but Breece Hall's leg got disintegrated." So I was like, "Hell nah, man. I will never. I will never. My team, bro. I've had the 2 times people have texted me GGs in the middle of the week or in the middle of the games. My team's folded. Yeah. Like Brian texted me GGs that week.
I hate doing that. I'm a big believer in like karma and shit. I hate when people do that. I won't text somebody GG. But yeah.
Oh man. Hey, look,
Flash's team popped off. Mahomes, Eckler.
Flash's team is nice. His team is nice.
Curtis Samuel, I think might be one of the best waiver wire pickups of the season. All right, we've talked about week to week. There's been some good waiver wire pickups. Curtis Samuel has been consistent almost week in and week out, even with shitty quarterback play.
Yeah,
gets Miles Sanders back. He has Odell just sitting, waiting to come out.
Yeah, I don't know. Flash's team is like pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I think he's very top heavy, and then you get Curtis Samuel, Taysom Hill, Keenan Allen coming off an injury, and he's going to be that number 1 guy. He's going to get all the looks. So this is a scary team too that you just lost to. I don't know.
This team's terrifying. Yeah, I would know. When I saw some of my best players were on bye, I was like, I'm gonna lose this game. Flash's team's nasty.
Yeah. You have Jefferson, Hurts. Yeah, I can see. All right. Let's go to another top team against one of the bottom teams in the league. We have Tokyo Majin Gang and Long Boner.
Yeah, Brian's a bully. Brian seems like is just bullying people right now.
Yeah, he has some great fucking wide receivers, dude. Chase, Samuel, CeeDee Lamb, and then there's not much else to say about this team. It's a scary fucking team. Josh Jacobs has been putting up points, dude. I mean, his defense only had -4, but
still put up 140.
Yeah, with Dalvin Cook on the bench, and I'm playing him this week actually. And Flash texted me. It was like he's like, don't even try. Oh shoot, he's like, don't even try this week. I was like, all right,
don't even try this week. He's a dog your shit. Yeah.
Hey, he has Kyler Murray. Hey, the COD's coming out Friday. I'm okay with that.
Damn right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Carlos's team, bro. I don't know, man. He has 2 great running backs.
He needs receivers. He traded for a receiver, Hollywood Brown. We see how that went. I apologize. Maybe you should have took Alan Lazard, but I digress. His running backs. He's great running backs.
Yeah, I think he needs to turn one of those running backs into like maybe an RB2 and like another good receiver or something. But
yeah, I think Cooks and Cooper Kupp, Claypool, these wide receivers are not going to win you a championship. Adam Thielen, Devonta Smith, Drake London. Drake London only had 1.9 points. I think receivers definitely is weak point here.
It's all right. Carlos is killing it in the other league. He'll be all
right. I'm not there, so I don't care. All right, to Stevie and our other Carlos, who rating champ, but also last in the league at 1-6. Didn't even put 100 up this week. What is going on at NFC Least, bro? This is what's going on right here. David Montgomery and Isaiah Pacheco. Terry McLaurin has been having a really bad year. Mark Andrews didn't do anything.
Yep.
I mean, he had Cup. He has Cup on bye. Swift has been hurt. Cortland Sutton hasn't been doing much. So his team is,
already said it, man. Look, you don't need to be the top of the playoffs. You just got to get in. Yeah. He still has a chance to get in. He needs to make a trade.
Dude, it's week 8, man. He's like a single-digit % chance to make the playoffs at this point. He needs to win out. He has to win out. And going against Stevie this week is not the best. It's not a good time to start winning out. Or like Joe Burrow had a game, bro. Look, Kenneth Walker had a game. That's honestly it, dude. After Joe Burrow and Kenneth Walker, his team didn't do much.
Yeah, his team got literally Joe Burrow made his week. Joe Burrow played out of his mind. I remember he wanted to get rid of Joe Burrow so early in the season.
For Tua.
Yeah, he was he was begging to get rid of Joe Burrow. But now Joe Burrow's starting to turn around. I mean, Stevie's team is not bad. It definitely could, need some pieces. Jalen Waddle needs to come off the bench.
Yeah, I mean,
get in that starting lineup.
I don't know why he benched Jalen. I mean, he won this week. But Jalen Waddle, Mike Evans, his team, James Robinson now. He has James Robinson, so he has some pieces. Running back is what I'm worried about with starting Jamal Williams, Kenneth Walker. How long can that last? But yeah, if you're just going week to week and you're just hoping that one or two people pop off, and you're not getting much help from anybody else on your team, it can implode.
Yeah, we'll see. Steven has a chance. Carlos needs to do something if he wants, if he even cares at this point.
What does he do? I think he pushes Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, to push Cooper Kupp for 2 or 3 players.
You get a RB1, you get a wide receiver 2, and something random. I think
quarterback. Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers not in either.
19 points is kind of mid.
He was putting up 14 some weeks.
No. And this week he's going against the Bills.
Yeah.
Last game, mixing up the sauce, was a little fall from grace, and then Team Suave, who's on the rise.
So shout out to Rudy, bro. This man is a mastermind on the waiver wire.
Dude,
bro.
He's Benjamin, man.
Who the fuck was the motherfucker he started last week? I forgot. Deion Jackson.
Deion Jackson got 0.3 this week.
0.3 this week because JT came back, but Deion Jackson basically beat my ass the week I played him.
Yeah.
Benjamin, another great pickup, just played out of his mind this week. His team just did well all around.
His team, dude, just took a little bit of a step up. I mean, before I think we were he has to get rid of Josh Allen. He has to do this. I don't think he needs to do much anymore. Josh Allen, JT, Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins is back. Kittle's getting more involved in that offense. Elliott is getting more involved.
Even if he wanted to get rid of Josh Allen, he could get rid of Josh Allen and fill out the rest of his roster. Get he has Kirk Cousins on his bench. Kirk Cousins is not bad.
He has Deontay Foreman.
Dude, you take Josh Allen and you turn him into a solid RB2 and a flex and a good flex. You can do that for Josh Allen.
No, bro. I don't think you do anything. I think
you just keep how it is.
Allen, JT, Zeke, Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, George Kittle. Your flex is where he needs to worry about. That flex is a little up in the air. Deontay Foreman, not bad in that flex spot, especially with Chuba Hubbard out. I don't maybe try to go out and get a flex. I don't think you break down Josh Allen now. Now, before he didn't have Hopkins, he didn't have another wide receiver. His running backs were a little lackluster. Now he has Hopkins. Now his running backs are starting to put in work. That team is fine this the way it is, in my opinion.
See, he can sit on it. I think he's in a position where he doesn't have to think about it. If he starts losing games, then maybe you think of something. But
yeah.
If he keeps winning, then I think he's all
winning.
right.
He's making great choices. I'm loving.
Yeah, dude, he had potential to put up like 160 this week if Josh Allen played.
And he didn't even want to play this year, so
yeah,
I'm glad he is. And then this is funny. We had my brother-in-law versus my real brother. I just realized that in this game. So
who to root for.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson did not play well, but Joe Mixon, these running backs. I mean, everything else was consistent. I think it was just Lamar Jackson did not do what he had to do. I think that's what lost him this game.
Yeah, he needed Lamar to play better. He also needed, I think, AJ Brown in the lineup.
I mean, it was on a bye, but I mean, 17 from Devontae, 11 from Chris Godwin. MVS put up 14.
Yeah,
it's not bad. Cowboys defense 23. I think is one of his most consistent point scorers this season. But yeah, I think. Nothing about DJ Moore had a really good time on his bench. But who's gonna put DJ Moore in for anybody? Maybe MVS, maybe Chris Godwin. Yeah,
we'll see how it goes. Let's take a quick look at the standings just to see like where we're looking at going forward.
Standings, yes. So in the East, we have Watson's rub one out. We have the Drunken Ribeyes, yours truly. Then we have Team Suave, Long Boner, and then NFC Least in the back. And in the West, we have Tokyo Majin Gang. We have Mixing Up the Sauce. In third place, we have you. And then Lock It In and Dream Corp bottom. But look, it's pretty close. Yeah, the top 3 teams were all 5-2. But then everybody else is either 4-3 or 3-4. Except the 2 Carloses at the bottom.
It's a toss-up, bro. Anyone can make it still. I'm thankfully I have an advantage on a good amount of people with points scored.
Yeah.
Granted, my team is still 3rd in the league in scoring because now Brian's team is fucking soaring up. Brian will probably be points leader by next week.
He's still 30 points behind Antonio, so maybe.
Yeah. So if the records get closer, I'm confident in points. I just need to make it into the playoffs. As long as I make it in the playoffs, I think my team. Granted how the season started, I think as we go along, I'll be a top 6 to get in the playoffs. And as long as I get in the playoffs, then
He's got to. It's a different season.
Gotta get into the dance. I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard. Brian has a good all-around team, but if Eckler and
but you have people nipping at your toes, man, nipping at your ankles.
I ain't worried about it.
Chris and Stevie there. I'm sorry, both Carloses. It might be time to look at next season. I'm sorry. Might be getting ready for the one chip. One of y'all needs to get ready.
Dude, and look at this too, though, bro. I am fighting for my life, in my division. I don't have there's no way. I have to fight against Antonio and Brian. To get out of my division. It's.
I'm going against. I have the best team in the league.
Amen. Look, what do you mean I have the best team? Brian got the best team in the league.
I don't know. Flash might have it, in my opinion. I think
Austin Eckler is a cheat code.
Yeah, and Nick Chubb and Patrick Mahomes.
He's definitely got. Yeah, I think those 3 are good. It's probably the best trio of players in the league.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm confident in my team. I think I got past the bye week fiasco, losing Jalen Hurts and Jettas. So I think the rest of the season I will be solid. It's going to be some battles. There'll definitely be some battles, but I think it's going
to be a photo finish. I think this is our most competitive year of the Loner League so far. And I think that it has to do something with trades. I think this is the first year we were able to trade freely. And yeah, I think that's really helped a lot of teams get better. And competition has been a lot closer this year.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it's going to do it for fantasy football. Let's look at our TikTok segment of the week. Last week,
so
we drafted our teams for week 7.
Yeah, we used a randomizer and we drafted teams. I had Trevor Lawrence, Alvin Kamara, Austin Eckler, Deebo Samuel, Devontae Adams, Zach Ertz, Tyler Lockett, and the Saints defense. Norman had Zach Wilson, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Tyreek Hill, Cortland Sutton, George Kittle, Josh Jacobs, and the Broncos defense. Going after Thursday night where Ertz only put 6.1 and Saints defense only had 2, I was a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. And then your Josh Jacobs just put up numbers. But Eckler came back, and then Zach Wilson, who if anybody out there saw the TikToks, you were not too happy about getting Zach Wilson, and I can see why. I
didn't want fucking Zach Wilson. I fucking hate Zach Wilson. He disrespected me with the 7 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
not much else to say.
Total points. I had 119.4 and you only had 109.34.
If you guys want to see the Zach Wilson TikTok, reach out Reloaded on TikTok.
Yep. Just link will be in the description below. Make sure to check that out. It's great content.
But I'm a sore loser, so I gotta come back with it. We're gonna go back at it again. TikTok segment of the week. Week 8, NFL. We're drafting again, and I'm not losing.
Let's get it. All right. You know,
I'm not losing.
We're not losing.
Who do you want to go? You won last week. You decide who goes first.
I'll let you go first.
Let me go first?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, we have the Chiefs and the Chargers on bye this week, so we will not be picking from those teams, and we're going to start off with the Houston Texans. We're going to go with Dameon Pierce.
Yeah, I think that's your only option there.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Dameon Pierce, running back on my team currently.
I think it's a good option. If you're gonna get the Texans, at least you can get Dameon Pierce. Okay.
Is Amon-Ra even playing?
Is Swift even gonna play?
I don't think so.
I think I just have to go with Hawkinson.
Yeah, you gotta go safer.
I think that's the safest option. That's not the best either, but oh man.
I'm liking this story. Let's
go. Oh, hey, careful.
Oh no, not the Jets again. Ooh. Philadelphia again. Ooh.
That's a good.
That's hard, bro.
That's a good team to pick from. Hold up.
Do I take Jalen? Do I take AJ? Oh man, that's kind of hard though. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I got burned by quarterback last week. I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts.
Okay, I think that's. You're probably. Is it? Yeah.
Go Jalen Hurts.
I think that's a good choice. Get your good
Like,
quarterback.
Yeah.
There's other receivers.
Yeah, let's get the big time QB out there.
What is going on? What the fuck?
Oh fuck! Who Jacksonville played this week? It was like the Shitter Bowl too. Who was it? It was like Jackson. Oh, I forgot. Not a good game though.
Oh no, not at all. I think in his first week as a workworkhorse, he did well.
I respect it. That's a safe bet.
I don't know how to spell it, but yeah.
I just take out the N, the last N.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's my first 2 picks have not been good there. Wow.
I like that.
Wow.
I like that. Talk to me nice. Ooh, Tampa Bay.
What you gonna take?
I'm gonna go Mike Evans.
Yeah. Dude, what the fuck are these teams?
You put him in running back.
Oh shit. What are these teams, man?
I like this. The
team is getting a little kind of stacked.
I like this. This is my revenge for the Zach Wilson.
Stop! Let's go. And then I'm on bye this week, so I can use them.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. You don't want Diggs? Take Diggs.
Your boy Josh Allen, bro.
Oh man, QB1. All right, that kind of almost evens it up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know, man. You're Mike Evans.
Dude, Josh Allen put up 40. Oh,
Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals. I got it. You gotta go D-Hop, bro. Gotta go D-Hop.
I think you have to there. Oh, you got some receivers, bro.
Oh man, this team looking crazy. I'm not gonna lie. This team looking nice. Yes! Give him the fucking shot! Yes! Yes! Go ahead, get James Robinson. Go ahead, get James Robinson on the short. Who you gonna get? Oh, you cheated, motherfucker!
I cheated. What do you mean I'm not cheating, bro? What am I supposed?
Cheated.
What else am I supposed to go, dude?
It's alright. Go ahead. Take the easy way out. Take the easy way out.
Take the only way, bro. That's a one-way road, bro. That's a one-way road. There's only one way I can go with that one.
Take the easy way out. I'm gonna take. Yeah. Tyreek.
Yeah, I was like,
you're gonna take Tyreek Hill. Oh man, my team's looking.
Hold up, Mike Evans, Diop, and Tyreek Hill. I need you to get some shitters towards the end here.
Nah. Give him the Jets again. Oh my god.
Who the fuck do I pick from this team?
You gotta flex Kyle Pitts. you gotta do the tight end flex.
Oh man, do I have to?
Who are you taking? There's
Drake London.
Take Drake. Be my guest. Take Drake London. Actually, no. Take Drake London. Just because you're probably gonna get a bet, you should be able to get a better flex.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And at least you have the option, because losing your flex spot's like kind of critical.
GG.
Hey man,
any given Sunday. Let me put that juju out there. GG.
What the fuck do I need? Give me that boy.
Oh my god, dude.
Tight end and defense, all I need. Oh.
Okay, I'm going for my next pick. I need a team. That's what I need. I need a team. Drop by.
Bye week.
I'm not gonna freak out like someone did last week. Stop. Titans?
Oh, you can take Derrick Henry. You're good.
Yeah, bro. What against the Texans too? We'll just say he running that team.
My fault.
Hold on, bro. They're about to give me the Vikings, though. Dog.
Yeah. So you got the Vikings out of him solid.
All right, this is your pick.
All right, come on.
Panthers. Yes, sir. Your tight end or your defense?
Who's their tight end?
I don't know at all.
Who's their tight end?
I don't know.
Who the fuck's their tight end?
I have no clue.
I almost want to take the tight end.
I'm just gonna put Panthers tight end here.
Should I take the tight end? Nah, we'll take the defense. We'll take the defense. Yeah. They held Tom Brady to 3.
That's true. That is true. They go against Marcus Mariota this week.
All right, so you got a wide receiver and a flex left?
Yeah.
Oh, you still have a chance here. You can't escape Kyle Pitts, baby! You cannot escape Kyle Pitts! You good?
Oh man. God damn.
That's it. It's Kyle Pitts.
Has to be. Oh my god. Okay, so your last pick, and it's a tight end.
My tight end. Let's go. Come on.
I hope Pitts just turns up this week.
Who the fuck is their tight end?
Who?
Texans tight end. Just Texans tight end.
Nah, look that shit up. You gotta give me a name.
Who the fuck's your tight end? Brevin Jordan? Brevin Jordan.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, look. Brevin Jordan is what it says here. So we're gonna go Brevin Jordan.
Brevin Jordan.
All right.
Whatever the fuck that is. All right.
All right, Rich.
Come on.
Final P needs a dog.
I need a wide receiver. I need a wide. You know what? I don't give a fuck if he's not going to play. I'm just going to say Brown.
Yeah, concussion, doesn't he?
No, he does not have a concussion. He's in concussion protocol because of formalities, but he does not have a concussion. I hope so. My team is cheeks, bro. My team is so bad. Yeah, bro. All right, everybody. Well, here are our teams. I have Josh Allen, Travis Etienne, Derrick Henry, Drake London, Amon-Ra St. Brown, TJ Hawkinson, Kyle Pitts, and the Jets defense. Norman, tell the people what you got.
Court from the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Damian Pierce, Nick Chubb, Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, Brevin Jordan. Brevin Jordan.
That's the truth right there, boy.
Tyreek Hill. And the Panthers defense. I think you got a chance this week, bro.
No. Bro, your wide receivers are stacked. Stacked.
Hey, man.
I would have to. I'm hoping for like. I'm hoping for garbage time stats right now, bro. Your
team's got some grit.
I don't know.
Got some dogs.
Here's our teams, everybody. Let us know in the comments down below. What do you think has the better team? I think we know the answer to that one. And who do you think is going to win this week? Because that could be up in the air still.
Like he said, all that good stuff. Best of luck to your team this week. They're going to fucking need it.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, but I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Raid Chat Podcast, Raid Chat Sports Podcast, episode 3. If you guys have tuned in so far, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Be sure to follow us on our socials, our Twitch streams. Go follow the TikTok. We got clips coming out.
Everything in the description down below. Make sure you hit all those links.
Yep. Hit it up. Share the content. If you know someone who likes the content, share it to your friends.
Yep.
It's been a great start so far to the podcast, and we can't wait to keep it going as the season and everything continues.
Yep.
So
appreciate all the support.
Once again, thank you guys so much, and we're going to catch you guys in the next podcast.